Welcome to the Elizabethtown High School Football Preview Show, featuring head coach Tyler Mattingly. Sponsored by Lindsay Keith Lickna, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, and Give 270. Now, here is your host, Andy Games, and Coach Tyler Mattingly.
Well, good evening. Welcome to the first EHS Football Coaches Show with Coach Tyler Mattingly. We're live at Social on Main in downtown Elizabethtown. We thank Social on Main for hosting us. We do have a few people in the crowd tonight, but to let our listeners know that may watch and listen later, we will be here every Thursday night, 7 o'clock, live in person, if you want to come and see us. So my name is Andy Games. I'm a E-Town High School grad in 1994, and it's a pleasure to be here with Coach Mattingly tonight. We're excited about the show and what we may or may not learn about our team. So first and foremost, Coach, just want to say thanks to our sponsors.
Yes, it's great. Been unreal support for us just throughout this offseason, this preseason. We're excited to kick off this coaches show tonight.
So we do say thanks, especially to Kentucky Farm Bureau agent Lindsay Keith Lickna, Give 270, Greg Milby at Kentucky Heartland for helping us produce this show tonight. So just thanks so much to the support from the community and all of the sponsors. So get right into figuring out who Coach Mattingly is. So going to just let you tell us a little bit about you, where you came from, a little bit of your history.
Of course, my name's Tyler Mattingly. I grew up in Springfield, Kentucky, and then moved to Meade County, and that's where I graduated high school from. And I'm a proud son of a high school football coach. Grew up on a sideline from the time I can remember. So I've been dreaming about becoming a head coach for a long time, and it's an unbelievable experience to be the head coach here. And the support here has been absolutely amazing. We've done a lot of improvements to our facilities and how we're wanting to treat our players and our program, and there's just been nothing but yeses, which has been an unbelievable part to this.
Well, that's exciting. That's what we like to hear as from being here and being raised here and graduating from the high school. That's the way we like it to be. So where are you coming from? Where have you coached at prior?
I will just mention that I was at the team down the street for about 5 years underneath my –
We won't hold that against you.
But I coached with my dad there for 5 years. Then after that, I went down to South Warren High School, was the offensive coordinator the last year there in 2021 where we won a state championship. And then from there, my wife is from Lexington, so we moved to Lexington once we had our second child. And we had a great experience there, but when this job opened up, I always told my wife, I said, this is where I think something could be really special. And so by the support of my wife, I want to make sure that I mention that. We are so happy to be here in E-Town and to be back home.
Well, that's awesome. That's great to hear. Let's talk a little bit about the staff. I know we have a few of the staff members back from last year. But I know you've got some of your guys that you brought in with you, so talk a little bit about them.
Yes, sir. So I have 10 assistants on staff, and everybody needs to know that is on purpose because I want these kids to get coached. I want them to be held accountable every single day they are with us. And I think that it's super important for the development of these young men that they have great role models and people that are going to not only teach them about the game of football but also about the game of life. So we were able to keep a few guys on staff. I see a few of them out here: Lee Hunter, Will Rice, Cody Watts, Trevor Deneen. They all were either a part of the program or on the staff in previous. And then I was able to bring on JT Lyon. I actually met him whenever I moved to Lexington, and he is our defensive coordinator and special team and our strength and conditioning guy. And he's doing absolutely great. I was able to bring on a few guys that actually coached at Central Hardin, Chase Elmore and Chase Connor. And then we have also brought on a guy that I played high school football with, Nick Stinnett. And then we have Trey Jaco as well, and then Jeff Meredith. And hopefully I did not forget anybody, but I think that's all 10 of them.
All right. Well, that's great. Well, I know it takes a lot to run a football program, and it takes a lot to coach, and we're looking forward to that. So give us a little highlight on your coaching style.
Yeah, so kind of my coaching style is I want to coach them really hard so that when we come to game day, they're confident they haven't been tested, they have been tested before we've gotten to that night. And so my coaching style is very hard. It's a little old school, but I also want to create confidence in our kids so that they can go play freely on Friday night. With that being said, I think we're going to be fun to watch on offense. We're going to really try to spread it around. We still want to run the football first because if we're running the football effectively, then we're probably winning football games. Defensively, we want to create turnovers. We want to swarm to the football, but we also need to align correctly. And so really trying to mesh a little bit of, what my dad's defense has been for so many years, but then also trying to create some pressure as well. And then, one big part that's been a huge focus for us is making sure our special teams is something that is going to change the game. And so that is just kind of hitting all three of those scenarios. But again, my coaching style is that I want to develop players. I want to develop young men.
Sure. So kind of transitioning a little bit out of the coaching, let's talk about the team. I know you've had a summer with them. Do you get a spring?
Yes, sir.
Springtime with them,
sir.
too. So just talk a little bit about them. I know me and you talking off the camera, you're not young, but you might be somewhat inexperienced.
Yeah, that's what I've actually told our kids this. I'm like, hey, everybody just thinks we're really young, and I'm like, well, we have 18 seniors. We're just inexperienced, right? So I knew that coming into it. I knew what I was stepping into. So the biggest focus was immediately as we had to get them to change their physical and mental abilities, right? So physically, we need to make sure that we're developing a strength program that's going to be there and it's consistent. And then mentally, we need to teach them the game of football. So are they going to be the smartest kids out on the football field? Because I tell them all the time, the smarter they are, the smarter or the more they understand what's going on, the faster they're going to be able to play. And whatever team plays the fastest on Friday nights usually win.
Right. Offensively, talk about a couple of your players if you want to highlight a couple of them.
Yeah, so again, not a ton coming back as far as who's played, but we do have a few young men that are doing a great job. Will Lynch has played for quite a few years now. I think he's doing a great job. We kind of keep on shuffling him around between tackle and center, and he's doing a great job. Connor Johnson has had a great offseason. And he's doing a really nice job for us at running back right now. And we've honestly used him in a little bit of a utility manner as well. And we have some other guys around that. But the one thing that I've been most proud of is we've got an offensive line that is getting better every week. And I know that's something that I was told multiple times. Coach, you just never have the offensive line. Well, they don't always have to be the biggest. They just have to understand how to attack. They have to be a little bit mean and dirty, and that's the mindset we're trying to create. And then our quarterback, Ryan Bowen, he's been doing a great job, especially not having experience playing that position, but he's super coachable. And so I think that you're going to see him progress every week, and I'm excited to see that.
Awesome. Well, I know you finally got a chance last Friday to actually line up against somebody else besides yourselves. So you played Kentucky Country Day up there. How'd that go?
Yeah. We made a lot of mistakes.
Understandable.
We made things that we can fix, though. And that's what I told the kids. There were times in that scrimmage that our kids could have given up, and they didn't. And so that was a huge part of that scrimmage. I thought they learned a lot about themselves with that. And a lot of that, too, is, and I told them, I said, some of these things that went on during that scrimmage, we have to fix as coaches, right? We have to take ownership of that. but it has to be a joint effort in creating those changes and making sure that we all understand what's going on a Friday night. So our kids did well. Offensively, we had a lot of things there. We just didn't execute. We got into the red zone 3 or 4 times. We only played 3 quarters. We did finish one drive off there. And then defense, they scored 2 touchdowns, but both of them were on long plays that could have easily been stopped if we lined right and then if we would have just finished the play on those.
So this is week 1. We don't play on Friday night, but we play Saturday night. And we're going to play Fairdale, who I know we did play last year. I think they finished the season around 7-6, had a decent postseason. I think they ended up getting beat by the Purples somewhere in postseason play. So thoughts on Fairdale?
Yeah, when you watch them on film, their biggest strength is on defense. I think that they are really, really good on defense, and I think they fly to the football, and just their scheme makes it really tough to be consistently successful against them because they're going to make a play here and there. So they do return some really good players. They have a few receivers that are really good. They have a running back that's really good, and I think that they're pretty big up front. I do think that we have some opportunities to exploit them. It's just going to be about can we execute that series in, series out on offense, defense, and special teams. I think we've got to really be consistent in all 3 aspects of the game this week.
Awesome. So you kind of touched on it. So name a couple of things in order for you guys to succeed Saturday night. What are the 1 or 2 highlights you got to do right?
Yeah. We come in every Sunday, and we started that this week with the kids, and we talk about our keys to victory. So our key to victory on defense this week is own the line of scrimmage like we should and make sure we create turnovers when we have opportunities. On offense, we have to take care of the first level. If we can take care of the first level, I think we're going to create some big plays, and we've got to execute when we have those opportunities. And then on special teams, we got to make plays. I think there's some opportunities for us to make some big plays on special teams, and we just got to make sure that our kids continue to build confidence in that.
Well, Coach, we appreciate it. It's been a pleasure speaking with you tonight. Good luck this week against Fairdale. But let's take a few minutes to celebrate some of our sponsors. Let's celebrate Kentucky Farm Bureau agent Lindsay Alikna.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Lindsay Alikna, agent, is the 2024 title sponsor for the Elizabethtown High School football. We are so grateful for Miss Alikna's support and invited her to join us for Media Day and to see just how hip she is when it comes to our current slang.
What is Riz?
That's easy. Riz means how will help my customers pick out the best plan for them. No more, no less.
No, it means charisma.
Exactly.
What does bussin' mean?
That's a good one. Bussin' is the quality service the Kentucky Farm Bureau team provides. Real good service.
Can you define cap?
Yeah. Cap means we don't lie. Something we don't do at Kentucky Farm Bureau. No cap. Our team will do anything for our customers.
Miss Alikna, that was impressive. Thanks again for your support of the EHS football. As the title sponsor, you are the GOAT.
Thanks. You may not be fluent in teenager, but at least you can have an insurance agent that speaks your language.
Hey, it is Greg Milby, and this is the Offensive Featured Player of the Week. First of all, tell us your name.
I'm Connor Johnson.
All right, Connor. So, what position you play?
I play running back, middle linebacker.
Okay, what grade are you?
I'm about a senior.
Senior?
Yes, sir.
So it's final season,
year.
getting in.
Gotta go
Is it
big.
kicking in yet to you?
Just a little bit.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about football here. What are you most looking forward to in this football season?
You know, just proving people wrong. All the haters, they're gonna say like we're gonna go like below 500. Just prove them wrong.
Okay, is that your bullet board material right there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is your favorite part of playing on the football team?
Man, I just love the tradition here. They always
Okay.
had great tradition. I just love it here.
Okay, and you play both sides of the ball?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're giving you the offensive feature, but you could be a defensive feature later on, I guess?
Yes, sir.
So what is your personal or even the team goal for the season? I know you mentioned beating what people are trying to project you guys are at. So
Personal goal is at least rush for 1,000 yards.
okay.
Then team goal, be one of the top powerhouses like Cal or Little Central. Just be one of them.
Okay.
Just be one of
Okay.
them.
There you go. Would you go for a goal? Go for a goal.
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right. So why do you like playing running back so much?
Man, because I get to hit people and run the ball. I just have to sit there and block the whole time. Block just gets boring.
I don't think you're big enough to block a lot of people. So
if I
running the
try
ball is
hard
good.
enough, I think I can do it.
All right, man. Well, hey, congratulations on being the very first offensive feature on the Coaches Show here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Give 270 is in the business of doing good for our community. The local nonprofit is uniquely positioned to quickly and efficiently translate the philanthropic spirit of individuals in our community into effective fundraising campaigns, whether it be through fun, weekly raffles, or fundraising events like the Eric and Joe Show. Give 270 is making a lasting impact on our community and region. Learn more about how you can help by visiting give270.org. In the meantime, mark your calendars for the Eric and Joe Show presented by Magnolia Bank, November 22nd, 23rd, and 24th at the State Theater in Elizabethtown. A portion of this year's proceeds benefit Hope Academy for Kids. All right, we talked about the offensive featured player of the week. Now we're going to the defensive side of the ball. Who are you?
Will Lynch.
Will Lynch. A family tradition in E-Town Panther football, all right?
So sure you could say that.
Okay, so what grade?
I'm a senior this year.
All right, and what position you play?
Middle linebacker and offensive line.
Okay, offensive line, good deal. So what are you most looking forward to in this football season?
I don't want to piggyback off anybody, but definitely proving everybody wrong. We get talked bad about quite a bit, but it's going to feel good to prove everybody wrong this season.
Yeah. Do you think that's actually motivated you guys maybe at practice and
100%,
stuff like that?
Definitely. It's definitely one of our driving points.
Okay, that's always a good thing to have, a good driving point.
Sir.
All right, so what is your favorite part of playing football?
Hitting people.
Hitting
easy.
people.
Yeah, it's easy. It's definitely hitting people.
Good. All right, so you're a little different. You've got a little family tradition playing here. So who all played here? I know it's like a 3-generation lineage here, isn't it?
So my grandfather coached here, and then my dad played here, and then my older brother played here, and now I'm playing here.
Do any of the boosters ever bring up comparing you to your dad? Or
Every once in a while, I get a couple comments.
Okay, but is that good? Is it on the good side?
Oh, it's on the good
okay.
side. Yeah,
I mean, maybe there would have been a payoff
Oh,
there.
no.
I never know about that. So what is your personal goal for the season?
I mean, I don't really have a personal goal. I guess play to my utmost best, as many tackles as I can, many sacks as I can, but really it's just to lead this team onto for them to be able to do what I know they can do type deal.
Okay, so I can tell you got the leader hat on.
Yeah,
that's a
definitely.
Good deal. Well, Will, congratulations on being our first defensive feature player.
Sir, thank you.
Welcome back. It's that time of the show where we're going to highlight an alumni. Our next guest is not an alumni of Elizabethtown High School, but I promise you he's got an honorary degree. So Coach George Lynch served as our head football coach from 1986 through 1996, named Class 2A Coach of the Year in 1987. When he led E-Town to a region title. Also served as an assistant coach for pretty much everything you could coach at E-Town High School.
Yes, I got a little bit of everything.
So we did swim, softball, basketball, baseball, football. He might have coached cheerleading, not sure. He was a coach and athletic director at TK Stone, the high school, and I think I remember last year you were named to the EHS Athletic Hall of Fame and the 5th Region Hall of Fame. So,
yes,
Coach, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Andy. It's a pleasure to be here to start off the football season. This is a part of the year that I really look forward to, and I'm pretty anxious to get them started and see what's going on.
I'm sure you are. So that kind of leads me into my first question is, what are you looking forward to for this upcoming football season?
I think we're going to be a much improved football team. We've got kids that really they're having fun. Coach Mattingly's making it fun as well as getting his stuff done, his work, and the kids really think a lot of him, and that's half the battle, to be honest with you. So they're doing a real good job, and they're taking it very seriously, and I'm real proud of what they're doing.
Well, you should be. This next question is probably going to be your toughest question. So, how different is it not being on the sidelines, being in the stands, not watching your son, but watching your grandson, Will? So, I know you've watched a couple, you've coached them, but how special is that to see Will on the field?
It's very special. To be honest with you, it's something that it's a whole new, different world, you know. And I know sitting in the stands was a different world, different for me. People are, you know, they're talking and stuff, and they're asking my opinion, and so I've kind of just moved over. I took some advice from Coach Dennis that was at Western. He said after he left, after he got out of coaching, he said as far away as he could in the press box. So I thoroughly enjoy it, and watching Will's is especially special to me. And then, of course, Connor graduated last year, played football and tennis, and you know, so I'm really looking forward to another really good year back for us. Coach has got that going. It's a momentum thing, and once you get started in a dressing room and on the field and practice field and stuff, it's like a big snowball rolling down the hill. And Coach Mattingly's doing a great job. I
agree with you. There's a lot of buzz in the room. There's buzz throughout the city talking about football again. So it's pretty special. So I'll ask you one last question. What do you hope the EHS football players take from their time on the team and on the field?
Well, I hope they've grown up a lot, for one thing, but that they have experienced unity and family work. You know, you're playing, and if it's down on the 1 foot line, it's fourth down, you need this to win a ball game. Those kids that are unified, that feel like it's a family, they're going to get it. Now, if you got some people in there that don't, you know, not really happy about what's going on, then they won't give all they have left. They say they will, but it just doesn't work that way. But for them to learn to be grown-ups or men, and to get that, and to be able to, you know, to have such a wide variety of people that they're working with to be part of their family, and they learn to do that, then usually they turn out pretty good.
Totally agree. Totally agreeing. Well, Coach, we appreciate you being here. Good luck with Will and watching Will this season. And we're going to transition to our student athlete feature. This week we'll be highlighting Lady Panther golf.
All right, we're in our student athlete spotlight. Well, ladies, congratulations on being the first featured student athletes.
Thank you.
All right, golf team, I'm guessing.
Yes, sir.
All right, so tell everybody your name.
I'm Reese Mormon.
I'm Eleanor Trout.
All right, Reese, what grade?
I'm a senior.
Senior?
I'm a junior.
And a junior. Okay. So, well, first of all, how's the season going so far? I know you guys start early in the year, so you guys are what, halfway finished for the season?
Yes.
Okay. So how's it going so far?
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
I'd say as a team we're doing pretty well. We definitely need to shave off a couple strokes to beat some teams out in the region, but overall I'd say that we're doing really well.
Okay. What's your favorite part of being on the golf team?
I personally love just getting to know my teammates. We have a very small and close-knitted group, so it's always fun to just hang out with them.
Good.
Yeah, I'd say that that's my favorite part too. You know, our team is like our family, and we're all just so close. So.
That's good. And so, talk about your personal goals. What kind of goals did you guys have coming into the season, and where are you at right now?
My goal is to shave off a few strokes from my last region score, so hopefully I can do that.
Okay.
So.
My personal goal is to break 90.
Okay.
So.
Good. All right. Tell me how you think you're going to get those strokes taken off of there. What do you know? Is it your putting, your chipping? What is it?
It's definitely getting up there, so definitely need to work on not hooking my driver left or right, because I tend to do that.
Was it drive for show, putt for dough?
Yes. It can be rough.
What about you?
I'd say my short game, definitely chipping and putting.
Yeah, that's where the strokes come in there, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
All right. So, any tips for other student athletes on how to balance the classwork and athletics? Because I know it can't be easy with you guys having 2 or 3 matches a week. So talk about how do you balance that?
So for me, I always just try to stay on top of it, and I also like making to-do lists. So if I have a new assignment, I'll go into my notes app and put it down, and then throughout the day I'll check off the stuff, and then that keeps me on track.
Good. What about you?
I'd say about the same. Just make sure that you keep up with all of it. Don't put it off. I'm a big procrastinator, so just make sure that you stay on top of it and do it when it's assigned.
Awesome. Well, good deal. Well, best of luck on the rest of the season. Best of luck on the short game. And, we got to shave those strokes off.
For sure.
Quit duck hooking that drive everywhere.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. That is our featured student athletes of the week.
Welcome back to the Coaches Show. We're at that time of the show where we're going to honor Social on Main, who has been a gracious host and will be a gracious host every week. So I know Neely's running around here somewhere. Everybody give her a hand and applause for having us here tonight. Thanks, Neely. She's a fellow 94 grad with myself. But I do have a little help. I have Kristen Kendall with me. So, Kristen, what is your connection to EHS football?
Well, my husband is one of the TK Stone football coaches.
All right. Do you have a player?
Of course I do.
Middle school or high school?
8th grader for the middle school team.
And his name?
Oakley Kendall.
All right. So, Oakley, congrats. We got your mom on camera the first week. So, what did you enjoy about the show tonight?
The food.
Yeah, there we go. And what did you have?
I had pizza from Mallard's Pizza.
Okay. I had Mallard. I had the wings. Have you had the wings?
I have not had the wings.
The wings. I had the wings for the first time tonight, and they were excellent. So what kind of pizza do you like?
So I always get the Bama, but then my husband always gets the pepperoni. So
you get it with the jalapenos?
Of course.
Okay. All right. You got to, if you get them out, if you get that one, you've got to get the jalapenos.
Oh, absolutely. Then it's not the Bama.
All right. Well, everybody say thanks to Kristen for coming on for this segment. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's time to learn a little bit more about our awesome sponsorships and ways that you can help the EHS Panther football team.
Stand up and cheer. We're going to fight for dear Elizabethtown. For today we raise the purple and gold above the rest. Rah, rah, rah. Our boys are fighting, and we're about to win this fray. We got the team, rah, rah, we got the steam, rah, rah. And this is dear old E-Town's day. Rah, 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 rah. Go Big E!
A special thank you to our 2024 fuel sponsors, who make sure our Elizabethtown Panthers football team is nourished after practice, before games, and of course, the post-game snack. We are grateful to these community partners for all they do for our Panthers. Sponsorship opportunities starting as low as $100 are still available to support the Elizabethtown Quarterback Club. Now is a perfect time to associate yourself or your business with the tradition of Elizabethtown High School football. If you're interested, please contact a Quarterback Club member or email etownquarterbackclub@gmail.com. Go Panthers!
At the end of our show, it's been a great first week, and we appreciate everybody coming out. But I do have a special guest with me. I have Brandon Moats. He's the owner of Kentucky Lawn Services and a former EHS football player. What year?
2003.
All right. He was the captain his senior year, went to play at Campbellsville University. He and his wife Megan have 2 sons, Braxton and Benji, and the entire family is actively involved in Panthers youth football. So give us some information and your involvement with Panther youth football.
Specifically, I am the vice president of the Panther youth football program and the 5th and 6th grade head coach. It's not a one-man show. Our president, Lee Hunter, runs everything top to bottom. Amanda Slinker, she runs everything in the background. Just to do it all. Concessions, handles everything. Just, hey, do this. I got everything else covered. John Cecil's running a lot of the paperwork, a lot of advisory stuff. And then my wife, of course, she does a lot of the social media and just player needs, anything like that. So
in other words, you drew the short straw to be on the show.
Yes, I did.
Okay, all right. At least we know where we stand. So what are your personal goals when it comes to coaching and teaching these young athletes about football?
So personally, it's just about development for me. Obviously, no coach wants to go out there and lose, but we take the high school schemes, the offense, defense, and we just try to figure out a way that first and second grade, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth can all understand it, and then just continue to grow them so that by the time they get to high school and play for Coach Mattingly, all he's doing is fine-tuning and really getting to expand and have some fun.
It takes a feeder program to make the high school program work, so I applaud you for the time you put in. I've done that in the past. So a little bit about youth football. You start at first grade?
Correct.
And all the way to sixth?
Correct.
Sign-ups are what time of year?
So sign-ups usually start around April, running through June. We don't start practices until after dead period, which is usually around July 10th, 11th. And then we're putting pads on August 1st.
When's your first game?
Our first game is actually, we've already played a game this past Saturday, non-conference. We'll have our jamboree, which is multiple scrimmages with other teams in the conference. And then we go down to Woodford County. So we actually get to do a little bit of traveling too. We go down to Woodford County and play Somerset this Sunday.
Cool.
And then our conference actually starts September 7th.
Awesome. Well, good luck this weekend. Everybody mark your calendars. Youth football night will be at our first home football game, August the 30th against Meade County. All Panther youth football athletes who wear their jersey will get in free. The parents will like that. And however, they must be accompanied by a parent. So don't just drop them off. Make sure you attend the football game and support the high school program. And these athletes will be recognized during halftime. So, Brandon, thanks for coming on. Appreciate you doing what you do with Panther Youth Football.
Thank you.
Thank you. Greg, you did an awesome job. I don't know about myself, but that wraps up the first week. Thanks, everybody, for being in attendance. Everybody have a great week, and go Big E.